Hello everyone, I'm Pranav Prakash, and our group, being a part of NSS NIT Trichy, will be demonstrating on the topic care of destitute old age persons and palliative care of terminally ill persons. As there are many aged people, due to lack of financial support, they do not get proper treatment, and also there are many who even lost their life. There are close to 18 million elderly in India who are homeless. Senior citizens living in poverty face abandonment by their own families as they cannot earn an income. Many a times they have to beg for survival. Many elderly are left alone after their children move to the cities in search of a better livelihood. Most of them are not in a position to earn their livelihood. Their savings, if any, are not enough to meet their day to day expenses, particularly the medical expenses. Therefore, it is of paramount importance that special care centers and homes are set up for them. Now, talking about palliative care of terminally ill persons, palliative care is specialized medical care for people living with a serious illness such as heart failure, cancer, dementia, Parkinson's disease, and many others. Palliative care is a resource that can be helpful at any stage of illness and is best provided soon after a person is diagnosed. Patients in palliative care may receive medical care for their symptoms or along with treatment intended to cure their serious illness. It is meant to enhance a person's current care by focusing on quality of life for them and their family. In addition to improving quality of life and helping with symptoms, it can help patients understand their choices for medical treatment. The organized services available through palliative care may be helpful to any older person having a lot of general discomfort and disability very late in life. Many people don't get palliative care, which makes it difficult for them to deal with everything and also their health. Now, my friend Prince Chaudhary will continue from here and speak on the magnitude of this issue in our country.
As a society and as individual, it is our responsibility to care our senior citizens and the terminally ill people. Now I want to aware about what is the seriousness of this problem and where we stand as a society by giving you some data. According to population census 2021, there are 138 million people are senior citizens in India. According to technical group on population projection, there will be 194 million people senior citizens in 2031. For a constant population, birth rate should be 2.1, but in recent research, it is found that birth rate of India become 2.0. So after few years, population of India will start decreasing. So the population of senior citizens will increase. Senior citizens had many disabilities. Out of these, locomotion disability is the most common. After it, hearing disability and visual disability also occur. It is also a problem that crime against senior citizens is increasing. Delhi has highest crime rate against senior citizens. After it, Gujarat and Chandigarh comes. Now Raghavan will proceed with the various schemes implemented by the government to helping these people.
Our government has taken immense steps and measures to take care for destitute old age and terminally ill people. Now let's get some insight on some of the popular schemes. The Rashtriya Vayoshree Yojana. The objective of the scheme is to provide destitute old age people suffering from age-related disabilities with such physical aids and assisted living devices. The scheme was first launched on 1st April 2017 and is under the administrative control of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment and is being implemented by the Artificial Limbs Manufacturing Corporation. Under the scheme, assisted living devices such as walking sticks, elbow crutches, hearing aids, wheelchairs are provided free of cost to the identified beneficiary senior citizens. Next is the Integrated Program for Older Persons Scheme. This scheme is being run under the administrative control of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Under the scheme, grants and aids are given for running and maintenance of old age homes, continuous care homes, etc. to the implementing agencies such as the state governments, union territory administrations, local bodies, and the non-governmental organizations. Next is the National Program for Healthcare of the Elderly Scheme. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, has been implementing National Program for Healthcare of the Elderly to provide dedicated healthcare services to the destitute elderly people at various levels of state healthcare delivery systems at primary, secondary, and tertiary healthcare, including the outreach services. Next is the National Program for Palliative Care. It aims to ensure availability and accessibility of rational quality pain relief and palliative care to the needy as an integral part of the healthcare at all levels in alignment with the community requirements. Its objective is to improve the capacity to provide palliative care service delivery within government health programs, such as the National Program for Prevention and Control of Cancer, Cardiovascular Disease, Diabetes, and Stroke, National Program for Health Care of the Elderly, the National AIDS Control Program, and the National Rural Health Mission. The final one includes the Health Minister's Cancer Patient Fund. The Health Minister's Cancer Patient Fund within the Rashtriya Arogya Niti has been set up in order to utilize the Health Minister's Cancer Patient Fund. It has been established in 27 regional cancer centers across the country and provide financial assistance to the poor patients suffering from cancer. Now, taking forward, Mercia will throw light on a modern approach to combat the problem efficiently.
So when it comes to the care of destitute old people, some of the more modern approaches to solving this problem include phase-in retirement, which is one of the most currently viable solutions. Phase-in retirement refers to a scheme whereby older workers could choose to work fewer hours yet remain longer in the labor force, including after they retire. This gradual retirement can be beneficial to society's employers and workers as well, while allowing the majority of the old to have a continuous source of income well into their more financially crucial years. Then we have promoting and rewarding volunteering acts. In cases where individuals are unable to take advantage of phase-in retirement due to the health issues, family obligations, or skills mismatch, governments can promote and reward volunteering, care work, and artistic work among the elderly. These activities improve the quality of the social fabric, help the well-being of those engaging in them, contribute to the economy, and reduce healthcare and welfare costs, providing reduced expenditures for the old and possibly saving them from the brink of destitution. Lastly, we have social integration. Destigmatization through widespread media coverage and campaigns is a promising approach to solve the age-old problems surrounding destitute old people by inculcating people from various walks of life in the campaign. Awareness of their concerns and requirements can be spread to those with the power to facilitate and initiate change. When it comes to palliative care of terminally ill people, palliative care needs to be provided in accordance with the principles of universal health coverage. All people, irrespective of income, disease type, or age, should have access to a nationally determined set of basic health services, including palliative care. When it comes to the modern approaches, we can refine the legal and regulatory systems and support implementation to ensure access and availability of opioids for medical and scientific use while maintaining measures for preventing diversion and misuse. Encourage attitudinal shifts among healthcare professionals by strengthening and incorporating principles of long-term care and palliative care into the educational curricula of medical, nursing, pharmacy, and social work courses. By promoting behavioral change in the community through increased public awareness and improved skills and knowledge regarding pain relief and palliative care, leading to community-owned initiatives supporting healthcare system. And lastly, we have developing national standards for palliative care services and continuously evolving the design and implementation of the national program to ensure progress towards the vision of the program. Thus, as functional members of society, we must actively strive to make efforts to improve the lives of those around us. In particular, destitute, old age people, and terminally ill people form a major portion of the society whose problems have potential to be alleviated, albeit if the right steps are taken at the right time. While we may not be part of our country's healthcare workforce now, we still possess the ability to be humane and spread awareness among those that can initiate change.